Hey, what it do? Welcome to the Quarter Report, brought to you by the Red Knight Special, and this is Word on the Net. I'm your boy Town Biz, and I'm not going to hold y'all. We're going to get off into it. Now, if you woke up on the wrong side of the bed, do yourself a favor. Get back in the bed, roll over, and get out on the right side of the bed. It's going to make your day much better. Also, if it's your first time tuning in, please hit that like and subscribe button. Drop a comment in the comment section. Let's go. But anyway, I don't know if y'all heard lately what's been going on with GloRilla. You feel me? I guess she was out at a show in Indianapolis somewhere. Somebody tried to do a home invasion to her house. You feel me? Instead of the police looking for the suspects who did the home invasion, they find some ganja in her house and put an arrest warrant out for her. You did? So we're gonna get off into it, and I want to try to understand like this. Our system is messed up, man. You hear me? So let's get off into this content, man, and let's make this thing happen. You dig it? Anyway, let's go.
Vision where I see everything coming. But I will say, I didn't know it get that bad.
Right.
I thought it'd get better if you do good by somebody.
No.
No.
Right, like they'd show you respect and be
Right.
like, oh, you know, it just didn't work out.
I'm saying the men and women, when they show you what's up, if you don't believe it, that's gonna cost you.
Rapper GloRilla is facing charges in Forsyth County after she was arrested this week. But the sheriff's office says it all started after 3 people broke into her home.
Days before GloRilla is set to headline her inaugural Glow Bash at the FedEx Forum, she was arrested on drug charges in Forsyth County, Georgia.
Ms. Woods was out of town when her residence became a target for a group of home invaders who most likely knew she wasn't there. What they didn't know was she had family staying with her that were traumatized by the violent entrance of this group, who grabbed high-value jewelry before taking off once they realized the home wasn't vacant.
Her home in Georgia got broken into at like 1:30 in the morning. 3 people were caught
Hold on, what did they say? What?
trying to steal her stuff. They even got shot at and ran off. Cops showed up looking for the burglars, but instead they say they smelled weed, got a warrant.
A significant amount of marijuana.
Now, do you see? This is what I'm saying. So let me say this to all you youngsters out here that want to be in the entertainment business, want to be rappers and singers and all these kind of things, right? See, the law enforcement do not like you. Your city, some of the people in your city, as far as the councilmen and different people in your city, they might like you. You know what I'm saying? Because you might be bringing a different light to your city with the music thing. But for the most part, police don't like you. Police hate to see a young black person making money with to whereas they can drive around in cars that they can't afford, live in houses they can't afford. So if you notice, any chance they have to railroad you, please believe that's what they gonna do. You dig what I'm saying? So it's up to you to understand how you roll it. Now, what's crazy about this, if somebody tried to do a home invasion in her house and somebody was in the house, her house must be pretty big, and somebody up in the house and they hear some noise, they grab a biscuit, come back, bust at the dudes, the police come. Why would the police sit there and just, oh, I smell marijuana, let's go get a warrant, come back and put a warrant out for arrest? That ain't what you there for. You got called for a home invasion. You didn't get called for come on, man. This is what I mean by, and this is people, and they wonder why we don't trust the police, why we don't mess with the police, because long as they can flip it on you and try to get you locked up. Oh, this is who she is. She's a famous rapper. Let's get her locked up, man. Let's get her put up. Let's get her off. They just do anything to mess your career up. And 9 times, and I'm gonna promise, I'm gonna tell y'all all this, and you can believe it if you want to believe it. I done had correctional officers come up to me and tell me the difference between me and you is I didn't get caught. So when y'all be thinking these law-abiding cops out there and these law-abiding CEOs out there are good people, they're human beings just like me and you. They had the same kind of thought pattern. They had the same kind of things that go through their mind. The devil jump in their head just like the devil would jump in your head and everybody else here that time. It's on you how you react on that devil jumping in your head. Let's go.
Marijuana was discovered inside the closet of the master bedroom. Well, the rapper, whose real name is Gloria Woods, she was not home during the burglary or this search.
Law enforcement then sought arrest warrants for her, even though she hadn't been at the home for some time. No arrest warrants have been issued for the violent home invader. Ms. Woods is a victim, not a suspect. This is our tax dollars at work. Absolutely unbelievable.
Now, ain't that crazy? She was a victim. A victim. This is what I mean, man. And you know what? And I hate to be like this, right? But like I be telling people all the time, right? If you get into it with your loved one, instead of calling the police, try to call someone elderly that both parties respect to the point if they come that they not gonna have that energy when that person come around. Because when you call the police job, they ain't your friends, for one thing. You will call the police and you will be the one getting locked up. And you can clearly see what's going on right here with GloRilla. I don't think this is right. At the end of that's why I tell people, y'all can say what y'all want to say about me. I don't have nothing against the police, but I don't like the police. I'm gonna be real with you. Do I think they're necessary? In some cases, I do believe that they're necessary. You know what I'm saying? But for the most part, do I trust them? No, I don't. Because even good cops, if they running with a bunch of bad cops and they see bad cops doing something wrong or doing you wrong, they're not going to correct that cop. They're going to go along with their crew. Same thing that happens on the streets. When you see your partner on the street violating somebody, you know that they wrong for the way they're going at them. You don't tell them right then and there. You go along with it. You dig what I'm saying? So, but we hold cops to a higher standards. You dig what I'm saying? Like, no matter what, y'all gotta stay professional. At least that's what American people think, but those us Americans that's in the slums in the ghetto, we know what's really going on. You feel me? Y'all don't get to see and hear all this. Don't you find it kind of weird that the police get in the middle of a stop that they doing or in the middle of arresting somebody, if they hold a conversation with another cop about your arrest, that they'll mute they body cam? If this stop is all legit and everything, what is the mute for? You know, why do you mute your cameras? Anyway, let's get back to the content.
People online are saying this is exactly what's wrong with the system. Like the break-in suspects are still in the loose, but the victim is the one in jail? Even GloRilla herself called this out. She posted, "Crazy. My house got home invaded Saturday while I was in Indianapolis performing for the WNBA All-Star game. And instead of focusing on finding the suspects, they focus on some cannabis." The internet is calling out what's happening to GloRilla right now, and honestly, can you even blame them?
If it was anybody else, if it was another Jane Doe, it's just because
Yeah, and hold on, let's bring that back.
it's a GloRilla, they make a big deal out of it. If it was
Calling out what's happening to GloRilla right now, and honestly, can you even blame them?
if it was anybody else, if it was another Jane Doe, it's just because it's GloRilla, they make a big deal out of it. If it was Lakeisha down the street, it would have been nothing.
We don't necessarily know what happened.
Now, check this out. It's funny he said that because this is my first time viewing it. I just seen the headline and I wanted to commentate to it. But listen, it's funny he said that because I was finna tell y'all a quick story real quick. That's how I know that the police had it out for her because she's a rapper. They don't like the fact she's making this money. She's living the type of life she's doing because she's talented. You know what I'm saying? But let me break something down to y'all, right? Back in the days, I was hustling. Or when I was in my early 20s, mid 20s or something, I'm out there hustling, whatever. You know what I'm saying? I go to the house. I've been out there all day till it was like maybe 2:30 in the morning. So 2 o'clock in the morning, 1:30 in the morning, or something. So I get to the house. I'm tired. The woman I'm with at the time, she ready to get it in. She ready to have some relations. I tell her, man, I'm tired, man. What we do it like? She like, no. So she make a big deal out of it. We arguing back and forth. She yelling, I'm yelling back. Her like, yo, I'm just trying to go to sleep, man. Woo. Doing that type of stuff. In the midst of that, I'm not gonna say who I think it was. I'm not gonna point no finger. I'm not gonna mention no name. But the police, right? The police was called, and the front door was left open. My bedroom door was closed. So someone dialed 911 from inside the house phone, laid the phone down, and because they had warrants themselves, they got up and left the house and went to another house that was behind the house. You feel me? That I was at. So while I'm in there, remind you, I got a Garcia Vega box. I don't know if y'all know about what Garcia Vegas is. That's what they used to roll the ganja in, or whatever you want to call it, right? And I had a box of that with ganja in it, and then I had like 7, 8 little stenons for me out there hustling on the dresser, and I had 2 biscuits, 2, you know what I'm saying, hammers laying on the dresser too. So all of a sudden I hear bang, 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 bang on the room door. So I look at the door like, who? Then the police say, police, come out with your, drop the weapons and come out with your hands up. So in my mind, for one thing, what they mean, drop the weapon? So I slide the drawer open, and I didn't have time to tuck that, so I slid the 2 burners inside the drawer, and I slid the 7, 8 little stones in a drawer and closed the drawer back, but I forgot to put the Garcia Vega box up. Now, and it was full of ganja, and it was full of herb in there. So when I opened up the door, they said, come out your hands. So I come with my hands up, they handcuffed me, take me in the kitchen. What's going on? Whoa. I'm like, yo, she wanna get it in. She trying to get it in right now. I'm too tired, man. I just want to lay down. So he don't know if I'm lying or not. So they take her outside the front door. While I'm in the kitchen outside. They ask her what happened. She tell them the same because it's the truth. She said I was ready to get it in, and he telling me I have to wait. Nah, I'm tired of waiting. Da da da. So they get to laughing. So one of the police walk back in the room, look in the room, come back out. So he say, man, if y'all would have been smoking on some of that stuff I smell in that room right there, man, y'all probably be all right now. I lost my witness on everything. Look, this was exact words. Do you know this was at a time right after OJ did what he did? So it was a thing where it was mandatory that if he got caught in any kind of domestic, and there wasn't no violent domestic, it was a verbal domestic. We all have verbal arguments, so anybody can go to jail for this. But that you supposed to go to jail. These police was laughing at our situation so bad that they said, I'm gonna drop you off. You got a family member living around here, let me drop you off at their house. I ain't supposed to do this, but this ain't nothing to go to jail over. Bang. And on the real. Now they could have been, and I was in Berkeley, California at that time, right? Now if I would have been in Oakland, it would have been probably a different story. They probably would have ran through there, found that, and charged me with that, because that's what they do. But certain cities and states go by the law. So they was wrong for a victim turning into a person with a warrant because they was the one violating.
Happened in that situation, the robbers could have left that there. Anything could have happened.
She wouldn't even in there. So how do you know somebody that planted drugs? How do you know somebody in her family that had it? How do you know it could be anything?
And the rapper's attorney says that Woods' family, they were staying there when this burglary happened. They called law enforcement for that crime, not expecting a search warrant to be issued. They also say that Woods is a victim here, not a suspect.
GloRilla was the victim. She's not a suspect, she's a victim. The sheriff's office said, Glo's attorneys say, jewelry was stolen.
Some people, they don't have the ability to take kindness for being kindness. Is always weakness to them. That's always
kindness is always weakness to them.
Yeah, because it feeds a false sense of superiority.
But
like the downfall is actually structured. If you take this structure and apply it to anything that you've ever failed at, these elements exist in everything you've ever failed at.
The number one reason for downfall is your belief in another. Your belief in what? Let me tell you something. People who ain't. I remember this boy always tell me, "See, Corey, you don't trust nobody." That got me too.
That's a movie line right there.
He said, your problem is you don't know trust.
And what he's saying is true, because that's my problem. I tell people that all the time. I don't trust nobody. I done seen too many back doors, too many stabbings, and all my real true friends, everybody I considered a friend at some point, or whatever the case it is, they did something snakish. You know what I'm saying? But I understand that you're going to have friends that ain't, you know what I'm saying? That ain't going to, you can't hold them to the same standards as you hold yourself to. You got to, you know what I'm saying? Figure out why you consider them a friend and just love that person for whatever the reason is that you choose to have them around you. You know what I'm saying?
Trust nobody.
That nigga crazy.
Or these motherfuckers. Remember these motherfuckers? Hey, I'm your friend. That motherfucker ain't
right.
Any motherfucker tell you he your friend, he declare he's your friend, that man don't mean no good by you.
Right, because a friend ain't a friend ain't somebody that got to tell you they're a friend. A friend is somebody that show you in their actions and their words. Like, and a friend ain't a yes man person. Like, a friend gonna sit there and check you when you wrong, tell you when you wrong, you gonna have a back and forth with them. You know what I'm saying? You might even get upset. Oh, I ain't messing with him right now. I ain't messing with her right now. But y'all gonna come back together as friends because y'all friendship is much stronger than the disagreement. And they always gonna have your best interests at heart. They ain't gonna let somebody come in a room and talk about you and they just sit there and listen. And if you just sit there listening and ain't saying nothing, that means to me that you agreeing with the situation. So, let's go.
Because to declare you somebody's friend is a form of arrogance.
Right.
Ladies, gentlemen, and polite savages, we are now about to embark on a journey sure to anger feminists and modern women alike. And as always, we can only guarantee to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth as we see it. And this time, the truth is a bitter pill, but it's time for us to shut up and take our medicine. You know there's a saying that if you hang with 4 broke bums, you're bound to be the 5th. What they're really saying is that you are the sum of your network, the sum of the people you hang out with. So if you want to know the value of yourself, check the value of the folks that you constantly surround yourself with. And if you're with a bunch of scumbags, then your value is low. If you're with a bunch of people of high value, then your value is accordingly.
Now check this. I tell people that all the time. People be thinking I be lying, right? Or I think I just be talking. And I tell people, let me explain something to you, right? If you hang around 4 broke people and you the one with the money, sooner or later you're gonna be the 5th broke person. Because you're too busy doing and making sure everybody else got it and helping everybody else out till you ain't gonna have nothing. And y'all all gonna be in the same boat. But if you hang around 4 rich friends and you trying to come up and you broke, if you hang around 4 rich friends, eventually you're going to be rich too, because they're going to put you in a position, if they're friends, to help you get some money and show you how to get to the money. A broke person that's staying broke can't help you get to no money, man.
Because the old saying, birds of a feather flock together, is absolutely true in a lot of cases. And your public image and who's around you is so important. But let's really break down this GloRilla situation. There is absolutely no way that the people at her house, when the police showed up and left, are not supposed to clean up every single ounce of anything that could get her in trouble, because she is the cash cow. These fools are just milking the cow, living off the cow.
But hold on, let's look at it from this point of view though. What if the situation jumped off? Somebody grabbed a burner, started getting off at the people who broke in the house. You did. In the midst of that, everybody got to hiding the things that they had because they knew the police was going to come. Or putting up what they got. Not saying anybody was dirty, but maybe they wouldn't think. You got to understand, for the most part, left it blatantly in your face. Like, say if you got, just saying, say you got a key or something laying on the table. You got 36 zips laying on the table or something, right? And something pop off. Your mind going to instantly tell you, go put that up. But if somebody's on the road and you ain't knowing what they got in their room, or you know what they got in their room, but you ain't really on it like that, you're going to be concerned with what need to be put up in your immediate eye view. You're not going to be worried about, oh, wow, because when they come, then you're going to get the thing when they get the one. Oh, man, I forgot about that. So it ain't, come on, man, don't try to paint the dirty narrative of our people, man. Anything, you ain't been in no situation, unless you've been in a situation and you can tell us you've been through this and you knew how to react different. Everybody react different, but I don't see it like that.
I don't care if it's her brother, her cousin, her roommate from when she was young, her childhood friend. The only person who's making everything go round in that situation is GloRilla. She is the network. She is the star. She is the moneymaker. So what's up with your folks you have around you, Glo? Why didn't they have your back, Glo? When the cops came and left to get that warrant, why didn't they get that crap out of the house and bury it, Glo? Because see, a lot of people don't understand the concept of snitching. Snitching is not just sitting there talking to the police. Snitching is when something goes down and you can see the angles coming. You get everything out of the house that's a problem. Because the cash cow can't go down. Because when she loses, you...
What is he? Yo, hold on. He said because they didn't clean the house out, that mean they snitching? It's too funny. I like it though. He just anything to pull you in. I had somebody comment in my comment section and say, "How can I believe Poetic Flacco work?" I say, "Bro, this is entertainment. I don't care how you look at, how you dissect it. You know who Poetic Flacco name is, right? That means you watch his content. So out of everybody who be putting together content and putting it out there, why is he one of the ones? He's up there. He's one of the trending ones up there that's moving units as far as getting views." So, like I said, I like the content he put together. I don't agree with everything he say at all, but I do like the content he put together. Anyway, let's get back to this GloRilla and this homeboy that's speaking on GloRilla right now.
You lose. A lot of hard lessons are learned late, and that's exactly how this went down. And I'm not saying they're absolving the police. They went there with a agenda, smelt that kush in the air and came back looking for something. And when they found it, bingo, another contender.
Beautifully stated, man. This is a waste of tax dollars.
Yeah.
And we're talking about some weed. She wasn't even home at the time of the burglary. Her family is traumatized. They have to fend off the intruders. Instead of the police coming there trying to find the intruders, they looking around the house for a reason to arrest somebody. That's what they do.
Shout out Willie D.
This happens happens way too often. This happens way too often. You call the police to your house for help. They come to your house and they treat you like you're the suspect. This is why you should not
Wait a minute.
call the police.
Didn't I just say that? Hold on. Let's rewind this. Let's rewind this. Just right here.
This happens. This happens way too often. This happens way too often. You call the police to your house for help. They come to your house and they treat you like you're the suspect.
Right.
This is why you should not call the police unless it is absolutely necessary.
Now, I just said that in the beginning. I didn't, like I said, I didn't watch this, y'all. I'm watching this with y'all. We on YouTube. I'm watching. I didn't record this first and bring this up. No, I'm sitting here and watching with y'all. I just said that. Anytime you get into it with somebody, if you call somebody that both parties respect, don't call the police because it never ends well for neither side. Every blue moon, they might walk away with a warning and tell somebody to go their way or whatever. But 9 times out of 10, you're going to be the one end up going to jail. You know what I'm saying? Because as black people, we too emotional. We don't know. Just look at the videos on YouTube. A fight go out, everybody screaming, jumping up in the middle of the street, ripping their clothes off. You know what I'm saying? It's nothing smart about the way we move nowadays with the social media. Everybody got their phones out every time something pop up. You did? But anyway, let's get back to the content.
In this situation, I guess this is a home burglary. I guess that this was necessary to call them, but it's a damn shame that when you do call them, they come there with the intention on treating the caller like they're the suspect.
You see, you polite savages, a lot of times, wrong place, wrong time can get you in a lot of trouble, but in GloRilla's case, she wasn't even at home. She didn't get busted, but still arrested after somebody robbed her house. This is some foolery. So my question is this a case of just being a celebrity in the wrong place or wrong time, or is this a case of somebody actually going after her? Let the conspiracy theories commence. But I can tell you this, it's a damn shame when somebody...
Wrong place at the wrong time. That's how I feel about the situation. I mean, I think it was just, I don't think it's the wrong place because it can't be the wrong place at the wrong time because they knew what they was targeting. They knew where they was hitting. They knew who house it was. Please believe these people know who these people are, man, when they hit these houses. They do their due diligence and they're going to find out where you at and how to get to you and what they got to do to get there. You feel me? So don't think that this is the wrong place at the wrong time. They target the right place. It just what happened to be. You just happen to have the type, because you're a celebrity, you did what I'm saying, that they want to make a bigger issue out of. That's the biggest story. That forget a little home invasion shooting that the suspect got away. We got a much bigger case here. We got a rapper that's on the road that got ganja in the house. You feel me? We got a lot of ganja that we can get her for and pat this on the news and all over the internet. This is what they want to do. But then they get mad at us when they get mad at the people who run around with the cameras and record them for everything they do wrong. Why? You know what I'm saying? Now they got a problem. Oh, you got your camera out. But yeah, of course. You see why we have our cameras out? Because of the grimy things y'all do. See, the thing about police, they hate that they got that camera and that mic on them. Because now they got to be held accountable for the actions, even though half of them still tend to get away with the wrongdoing. We can watch the video and clearly see a suspect not fighting back, gave up on behind his back, and one cop will come up and beating on him. He don't ever get in trouble with nothing. First thing they say is he was resisting arrest. You know what I mean? But anyway.
Somebody comes and robs your house and you wind up getting busted. I gotta call it straight up and down the line. From what we see right now, this has nothing to do with this lady's fault. Almost like the Roscoe Picos was looking for an excuse to run up in her house, arrest her. And when she wasn't there, they said, hey, ain't no thing. You're on your way back, we'll wait. Because apparently whatever happens in your house, whether you're there or not, is your responsibility. And that doesn't even make sense a lot of times now, does it? Because everybody has agency. So the people that were there, why weren't they arrested? And we know damn well her lawyer will be asking these questions.
They trying to put a case on it. Instead of them looking for the suspects, then the suspects are long gone. I can guarantee you they haven't devoted any resources into trying to find out who actually robbed her. I can guarantee you they haven't used any resources to try to find out who burglarized her house.
Polite savages, I don't know what you're gonna be thinking, but I know that I got a few theories running through my mind. Now we have a lot of different type of events that happened in the past with different celebrities getting set up. I don't know about y'all, but if I was a celebrity myself, I would have a lot of trust issues, or even people close to you say that you never do enough. And when they feel like they don't get their fair share, they are beset with envy and jealousy, making plans and plotting your downfall, so they can get after your money and all. Having zero trust issues could be real fatal to you if you're on the move. I've got some experiences under my belt, and I'm sure you do too, where you know friends and family that you think are kin to you got their hand in the cookie jar of illegal things and activities. And I don't know anything about your guys' past, like savages.
Yeah, man. But anyway, yeah, we're gonna leave that right there. You feel me? I just want to sit there and say, man, wish y'all a wonderful day. Thank y'all for tuning in to the Quarter Report. And you know what I mean? Hit that like and subscribe button for your boy one time. Tell me what you think about this whole situation, man. Do you think GloRilla was targeted or what? But anyway, man, God bless y'all. Stay up.